When was the last time that you were bored? Like, truly bored? Think about it. Now, when was the last time that you were bored without a screen in front of you or an earbud in your ear? If you're anything like I used to be, I used to never get truly bored. Anytime I started to feel a little bored, I would just turn on music or play video games or just scroll on my phone. And it took way too long for me to realize this, but this thing I was doing was detrimental to me, my health, and my goals. Real quick before we jump into the video, I just want to say if you're new here, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. My name is Tanner and this is my YouTube channel, of course. And on this channel, we do kind of like self-improvement type things where we try to better every aspect of our lives. And I try to do that in video form in a way that is if you were like the younger version of me and if I were teaching the younger version of myself things that I know now. And so yeah, let me stop yapping and let's get into today's video. Thank you again for watching. Like I was saying, this habit that I had created of dodging boredom was not good for me. I was filling my boredom with distractions, and this was destroying what could have been some of the most productive parts of my day. It cost me hours of my life, hours that I'm never gonna get back. And I would say that it all started back whenever I started to get more access to more electronics. All right, let's jump out on the tailgate real quick and see how long I can withstand being out there. It is really cold. When I was younger, I didn't have a phone and my screen time was super limited. And so I find myself pretty bored often, but that boredom sparks creativity. It made me pick up things like writing, drawing, building blanket forts. This boredom was actually a gift. And these downtimes were some of the greatest times that I had for building my creative side. And they also allowed me to create some of my most favorite memories. But as I got older, I got a phone, I got a PC. My screen time was unlimited. I've always been pretty good at controlling myself whenever it came to my phone, but I did like my video games. But still, as I got older, my time filled with distractions was increasing and my time being bored was decreasing. And this trend continued until it kind of hit a point where it all clicked. I used to be a creative person, but after I would get home from work, I would waste entire evenings or even entire weekends just vegging out, just distracting myself with needless distractions. And that was the root of the problem. My brain was always looking for distraction at the end of a long day of work. But what it needed was the exact opposite. My brain didn't need to rest and block out all activity. It needed a healthy recovery that would encourage the creative side of me again. Whew, buddy, I thought I was going to be able to film more of this outside, but it is way too cold, so we are going to have to get back inside again. Okay, we're warmed up a little bit again. I had so many different things that I wanted to do. I wanted to have time for my hobbies, more time to be consistent in the gym, and more time to start and be consistent on this YouTube channel. I would fill my valuable time with invaluable distractions. I would do things that would not give me anything of value in return. And the cycle would repeat itself over and over and over again. And after doing that so many times, that's when it clicked. I needed to learn how to appreciate boredom. And here's how I did it. The first thing that you can do when it comes to appreciating boredom is staying off of your damn phone. Put it away when you eat. Put it away when you're socializing. Put it away when you're doing chores. Put it away whenever you're working on a project and don't need it. Just put the thing away if you don't need to use it. Basically, if you're not using your phone for fun stuff, put it away. Stay off your phone. It keeps your mind distracted and it hinders creativity by taking up all of the real estate in your head. For example, let's say you're waiting at a restaurant for your food. Rather than getting out on your phone and being distracted by it, just keep it in your pocket and take in the things that are happening around you. You're going to take these things in and analyze them and appreciate them. When you have family or friends over, put your phone in a different room or in a different place where it can't distract you and steal your time from your loved ones. When you start doing this, you're going to notice a couple of things. One, you're going to notice that literally every single other person around you is going to be staring at their phone the second that they get a chance to do it. And this is going to start driving you crazy. Two, the more that you do this, the more that you're going to become better at being in the present moment. You're going to start noticing smaller details around you. You're going to start taking in your surroundings better, and you're going to start to appreciate the things that are going on around you. And three, if you actually stay consistent in doing this, then you're not going to want to reach for your phone every single opportunity that you get. You're just going to want to live in the real world, the one that you and I live in, and enjoy it and be present. Moving along to the next thing that can help you appreciate boredom, that is implementing a boring, repetitive tasks into your daily routine. And I've kind of talked about this before on my channel, but some of the boring things that I do every day are I work out, I go for runs, and I go for walks, and I also sit in my sauna. Another thing that I do is every weekend I do a Sunday reset where I clean like my room and my truck, and I I reset my environment and I take all the things in my life and kind of put them back in their starting position for the next week. And this repetitive menial task gives my brain space to think. When you start to do these things over and over again, you're going to start to see multiple benefits to doing them. And one of these things is that you'll realize that these tasks don't take that much brain power, so it kind of gives your brain almost like a creative thinking time. 2 is that you'll start to look forward to actually doing these things every single day. And 3, you'll find that doing these things repetitively will give you a sense of accomplishment, and that's going to repeat the cycle and make you want to do more of those things. Another thing you can do to appreciate boredom is to intentionally set aside some downtime each day that forces you to be bored. And I know that this sounds counterproductive, but it has helped me come up with so many creative ideas, especially for this YouTube channel. Good example of this is I take my dedicated walks every other evening where I have no distractions, no music, it's just me in my own head. Sometimes whenever I drive home from work, I'll sit in silence. I won't even play any music or podcasts or anything. I just sit and I will take that time as dedicated quiet time rather than just filling it with useless distractions that don't provide me of anything of value. You will find that implementing these boring moments into your life will actually cause your life to get more exciting because you will be more in control of your own mind. As you can see, there are ways that you can make yourself bored, but not make it so painful that you hate doing it. If you try these different things that I'm talking about, you'll find that you'll look forward to being bored, and that whenever you're bored, that's when your brain feels the most alive. The big takeaway for the video this week is that boredom is not a bad thing, and that we could all benefit from being a little bit more bored. Don't chase distractions, chase boredom. Appreciate it. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this video. If you stuck to the end, I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions or anything. I will be answering all the comments down there, and I will see you guys next Thursday. So until then, take care and you're the best. All right, peace. And I want to apologize earlier for the kind of switch up in scenery in the video. I've learned doing this that you're kind of given what you're given and you have to make it work. I knew it was cold. I didn't think it was going to be this cold, and I thought I'd be able to stay outside longer. So I had to come home and get some warmer clothes than what I had on before. But we made it work. I think we made it work.